Hi everyone, I am Riza Cunillas from BS Ed2 Social Studies. This video is for educational purposes only in compliance to our geography subject. And here we are on the street collecting some garbage. As you can see, there are lots of garbage in this area. Today, we will discuss about waste segregation and the 3R, which are reduce, reuse, and recycle. We are aware that waste segregation is the rampant issue in our country. Many of us recklessly throwing their garbage anywhere without the regard of the consequences. So, let's define first what is waste segregation. Waste segregation means dividing waste into dry and wet. Dry waste include wood and related products, metals, and glass. Wet waste typically refers to organic waste, usually generated by eating establishments and are heavy in weight due to dampness. Waste segregation is the grouping of waste into different categories. Each waste goes into its category: biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and hazardous. Why is waste segregation important? Segregation of waste is very important. It's an effort that pays everybody and solves half of the world's problem of waste management. Waste segregation costs nothing and it takes hardly any extra time. It's a matter of understanding and more responsible behavior. If waste is not segregated, it can pose risks and constraints on the choice of operation, waste processing technologies. Plastic and waste of incinerated could lead to release of dioxin and are toxic. Household hazardous waste, if not segregated, like for example, flashlight batteries, can result in compost that is contaminated. Now, let's move on to the 3 R's, the reduce, reuse, and recycle. Number 1 is reduce. So what is reduce? Waste reduction is the practice of using less materials and energy to minimize waste generation and preserve natural resources. Purchasing products that are replaced to hazardous materials with biodegradable ingredients reduces pollution as well as waste. When you are planning to go to the market, you can use this eco-friendly bag. That is one of the ways on how you can reduce. Now, let's move on to the next R, which is the reuse. Reuse means the action or practice of using an item whether for its original purpose or to fulfill a different function. It should be distinguished from recycling, which is the breaking down of used items to make raw materials for the manufacturer of new product. With this empty rocket container, you can reuse this one as your alternative piggy bank. Using this knife, you can
cut it here. So you can put your coin here. So that's it.
So let's move on to the last but not the least, the recycle. So what is recycle? Recycle means it is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. The recovery of energy from waste materials is often included in this concept. The recyclability of a material depends on its ability to reacquire the properties it had in its original state. It is an alternative to conventional waste disposal that can save material and help lower greenhouse gas emission.
We can recycle this pitcher. Or we can use this broken pitcher into flower pot. We will put soil on it and then the flower.
We will cultivate the soil first and then put it in the pitcher.
So this is the final output.